वैश्विक स्तर की तबाही से लड़ने वाले हर योद्धा चिकित्सक को प्रणाम करते हुए हम अपने मुख्य अतिथि मुख्य न्यायाधीश इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय न्यायमूर्ति राजेश बिंदल जी का एएमए प्रांगण में हार्दिक स्वागत करते हैं। आप सब लोग कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण कर लें ताकि हम कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ा सकें।
नन्ही सी हंसी भोली सी खुशी फूलों से बाहें भूल गए जब देश ने दी आवाज हमें हम घर की राहें भूल गए। हम सोए नहीं कई रातों से जाने वतन सो जाने बुझे हमें नींद उसी दिन आएगी जब देखेंगे आबाद तुझे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। मजबूर हुई जब दिल की दुआ तो हमने दवा से काम लिया वो नब्ज नहीं फिर थमने दी जिस नब्ज को हमने थाम लिया। बीमार है जो किस धर्म का है हमसे न कभी ये भेद हुआ सरहद पे जो वर्दी खाकी थी अब उसका रंग सफेद हुआ। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा तेरे खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू।
सुना था डॉक्टर्स भगवान का रूप होते हैं और आज ऐसा लगता है कि कोरोना वायरस से लड़ने की इस चुनौती की घड़ियों में भगवान ने ही डॉक्टर्स का रूप ले लिया।
ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे अमृत कलश हस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो धन्वंतरि प्रचोदयात्। विष्णु जी के धन्वंतरी रूप को प्रणाम करते हुए हम कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत करते हैं। मैं एएमए परिवार की ओर से यहाँ उपस्थित मुख्य अतिथि विशिष्ट अतिथि चिकित्सक परिवार के विशिष्ट जन व सब साथियों का हार्दिक अभिवादन करती हूँ। जैसा कि सर्वविदित है हम सब यहाँ पर वार्षिक चिकित्सक दिवस मनाने एकत्रित हुए हैं। विलंब न करते हुए हम कार्यक्रम की औपचारिक शुरुआत करते हैं। सर्वप्रथम मैं एएमए के वर्तमान युवा ऊर्जावान सचिव आशुतोष गुप्ता जी को मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ। अब मैं एएमए के नवनिर्वाचित आगामी अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर सुबोध जैन से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि वे मंच पर आएं। सर एक लोकप्रिय डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट होने के साथ साथ अग्रणी नेतृत्व के गुणों से परिपूर्ण हैं और एएमए के भविष्य के लिए एक सशक्त पूंजी हैं। अब मैं समानार्थ मंच पर स्वागत करती हूँ हमारे पूर्व अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर ए.के. मदनानी सर का, जिन्होंने अपने कार्यकाल में एएमए को नई ऊंचाइयों पर पहुंचाया। आप ही के नेतृत्व में एएमए कोविड हॉस्पिटल बनाया गया तथा निष्काम सेवा का एक अनोखा अनुकरणीय उदाहरण प्रस्तुत हुआ। आप एएमए के मजबूत स्तंभ हैं, जिसका हम अभिवादन करते हैं। तालियां बजती रहनी चाहिए। अब मैं एएमए के वर्तमान अध्यक्ष सर्वप्रिय डॉक्टर सुजीत सिंह सर को आमंत्रित करती हूँ, जो कि अपनी योजनाओं के द्वारा एएमए के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए पूर्णतः समर्पित हैं। सर की दूरगामी सोच व सबको साथ लेकर चलने की व्यवहारिक क्षमता उनके अच्छे नेतृत्व की पहचान है। आपका स्वागत है सर। अब मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ आज के विशिष्ट अतिथियों को, जिन्होंने हमारा निमंत्रण स्वीकार करके हमें अनुग्रहित किया है। आप दोनों ही विधि के सर्व जानकार हैं व संविधान की रक्षा को सदैव तत्पर रहते हैं। सर्वप्रथम मैं अपने विशिष्ट अतिथि माननीय जस्टिस डॉक्टर अश्विनी कुमार मिश्रा जी का आपका मंच पर स्वागत करती हूँ। आपके निमंत्रण स्वीकार करने से हमें आर्थिक खुशी हुई है। अब मैं माननीय जस्टिस अब मैं माननीय डॉक्टर जस्टिस जयंत कौशल ठाकर जी का मंच पर स्वागत करती हूँ। आप दोनों के विषय में मैं थोड़ा बताना चाहती हूँ। ऑनरेबल जस्टिस अश्विनी कुमार मिश्रा जी किरोड़ीमल कॉलेज से बीए ऑनर्स करने के पश्चात दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय से विधि की डिग्री हासिल करके उन्होंने अपना कार्यक्षेत्र सिविल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन व सर्विस साइड में चुना। माननीय ने नोएडा, गाजियाबाद, इलाहाबाद प्राधिकरण जैसी संवैधानिक इकाइयों के लिए कार्य किया। 2013 में आप वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता बने तथा 2016 से आप स्थायी न्यायाधीश के रूप में इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय में कार्य कर रहे हैं। माननीय जस्टिस ठाकर जी गुजरात विश्वविद्यालय के छात्र रहे हैं। वह आपने कमर्शियल लॉ में LLM करने के पश्चात पर्यावरण विधि में PhD हासिल करी। आपका कर्म क्षेत्र लेबर, सिविल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल, सर्विस प्लस क्रिमिनल मैटर्स में रहा। आप 2018 से ही स्थायी जज के रूप में इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय में नियुक्त हैं। एएमए आप दोनों का हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ। मैं अब अपने मुख्य अतिथि माननीय चीफ जस्टिस राजेश बिंदल सर का मंच पर स्वागत करते हुए गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रही हूँ। एएमए के आमंत्रण को स्वीकृति देने के लिए हम आपके आभारी हैं। माननीय का जन्म अम्बाला में हुआ, तब कुरुक्षेत्र विश्वविद्यालय से अपनी डिग्री प्राप्त करके उन्होंने पंजाब व हरियाणा उच्च न्यायालय से अपना कार्य प्रारंभ किया। वहाँ पर सतलुज यमुना वाटर डिस्प्यूट सरीखे मुकदमे सुलझाए व आयकर विभाग का भी प्रतिनिधित्व किया। तत्पश्चात आप पंजाब हरियाणा उच्च न्यायालय में ही 2006 में न्यायाधीश नियुक्त हुए। रेजोल्यूशन 7 को लेकर जो मुख्य न्यायाधीश सम्मेलन में समिति नियुक्त हुई, आप उसके अध्यक्ष रहे। वह आपके नेतृत्व में ही इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एविडेंस के ड्राफ्ट रूल्स की फ्रेमिंग हुई। मुख्य न्यायाधीश बहुसदस्य समिति के अध्यक्ष होने के नाते आपने महिला एवं बाल कल्याण व अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाल अपहरण बिल 2018 का विवरण मंत्रालय को सौंपा। पंजाब व हरियाणा में रहते हुए आपने 80,000 मुकदमों पर अहम फैसले लिए। फिर माननीय ने केंद्र शासित राज्य JNK व लद्दाख और फिर कोलकाता के उच्च न्यायालय के मुख्य न्यायाधीश के पद पर सुशोभित रहे। वर्तमान में अप्रैल 2021 से आप इलाहाबाद उच्च न्यायालय में मुख्य न्यायाधीश के रूप में कार्यरत हैं। मैं सभा के कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए एएमए के सचिव डॉक्टर आशुतोष जी से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे एएमए प्रेयर का संचालन करें।
Please stand up for the IMA prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सद्निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुर्भाग् भवेत्, न त्वहं कामये राज्यं, न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं, कामये दुःखताप्तानां, प्राणिनाम् आर्तिनाशनम्। Please be seated. Thank you.
कार्यक्रम के सिलसिले को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं आग्रह करूंगी वर्तमान अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर सुजीत सिंह सर से कि वे हमारे अतिथियों के औपचारिक स्वागत में कुछ शब्द बोलें।
Respected Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Bindra ji, Chief Justice High Court Allahabad, Guest of Honor Honorable Justice Kaushal Jain Thakkar ji, Guest of Honor Honorable Justice Ashwini Mishra ji, Immediate past President of Allahabad Medical Association Dr. N.K. Bandhani, President-elect Dr. Subodh Jain, Secretary Allahabad Medical Association Dr. Ashutosh Gupta, Principal Motilal Nehru Medical College Professor S.P. Singh, CMO Allahabad Dr. Nanak Saran, Dr. K.P. Srivastava, Member Legislative Council, all respected seniors, dear friends and colleagues, a good evening and a warm welcome to this Doctors' Day celebration, which is held every year on July 1st to commemorate the birthday of Dr. B.C. Rai, an eminent physician. Not only an eminent physician, he was former Chief Minister of Bengal and a great human being with a penchant to serve and help the poor and needy. And he is a role model and inspiration and motivation for all the doctors. Of late, we have seen a lot of discussion on the humanitarian aspect of medical profession, a profession which by itself imbibes the values of service, empathy for needy and poor, sensitivity to human sufferings, and this has become more marked with the changing health scenario and advent of newer disease patterns for which the whole world was not so prepared, and for which at the beginning of this COVID pandemic, it was predicted worldwide that with a poor infrastructure and poor medical personnel to population ratio, third world countries like India were doomed. But on contrary, the small and medium hospitals in particular and the much maligned government health structure rose to the occasion, and we can boast that we not only fought the pandemic head on, but by treating the sick, we produced vaccines and vaccinated not only our population but helped the other third world countries. We were able to vaccinate at a very fast pace, and we came out of the pandemic in a manner that surprised the whole world. It has been among the toughest last 2 years for medical personnel, but we can definitely boast of fighting the pandemic the way nobody has imagined world over or foreseen. I think for this, our first gratitude goes to the young medical professionals, the PG students, followed by the government health system, and then the small and medium-sized hospitals who fought valiantly and scientifically, who fought the pandemic and secured hundreds of lives and proved that the Indian medical system, which has an ancestry and legacy of Rishi and Veds like Charak, Sushrut and Dhanvantari, is still second to none when it comes to service and devotion, even at the cost of their own lives. And as per the latest data released by WHO, around in 2 years, the medical professionals have lost 1,19,000 of their colleagues, more than all the borders of the world together. Honorable Chief Guest Sir, I would like to bring to your notice that the Allahabad Medical Association Prayagraj is a more than 100 years old organization. It was formed before the formation of the national body of Indian Medical Association, and we have many illustrious doctors as our seniors who served Prayagraj in different times and were household names, and some of them carved a knife for themselves nationwide. Allahabad Medical Association boasts of an international class blood bank with many national and state first state-of-art facilities to its credit. And the convention center we are sitting in was inaugurated by none other than the Honorable President of India, Mr. Ram Nath Kovind ji, along with Honorable Governors of West Bengal and UP, Mr. Ram Naik ji and Mr. Kesari Nath Tripathi ji, all of whom heaped a lot of praise on this convention center. I, on the behalf of Allahabad Medical Association Prayagraj, extend my heartiest welcome to you on this occasion for sparing your precious time and being with us, and gracing the occasion and giving us the boost, energy and vigor to serve the society and adding value to our celebration. Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite our Chief Guest, Honorable Justice Bindal sir, for the lamp lighting ceremony.
इधर आओ।
दीप प्रज्वलन हमारी संस्कृति का अभिन्न अंग है। हम नमन करते हैं परमपिता परमेश्वर को और शुभारंभ करते हैं शुभ संध्या का। कहा जाता है सरस्वती के नाम से कलुष भाव का अंत हो जाता है, और हम आग्रह करते हैं एमए सदस्य डॉक्टर कंचन मिश्रा जी से कि वे सरस्वती वंदना के लिए आगे आए। हेलो चेक निर्विघ्न कार्यक्रम संपन्न होने की कामना करते हुए अब मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ एएमए की महिला चिकित्सक शाखा की सचिव डॉक्टर पारुल माथुर जी को, जो कि इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ डॉक्टर्स डे पर अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करेंगे।
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, eminent doctors, dear colleagues, Namaskar. Doctors' Day is celebrated worldwide every year. and holds special significance for the medical fraternity. This is the day when doctors are honored for the unparalleled role they play in society as Earth's angels, and to pay tribute to the entire medical profession. In India, Doctors' Day is celebrated on 1st July in honor of the legendary physician, Dr. Bidhan Chandra Roy. Born on 1st July 1882 in Patna, Bihar, he graduated from Calcutta Medical College and then completed both MRCP and FRCS in a record time of 2 years and 3 months at London, and returned to India in 1911 to begin his career as a physician. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your mind, was Dr. B.C. Roy's guiding principle. He was instrumental in starting many institutions, including hospitals and medical colleges, and also served as the Vice Chancellor of the Calcutta University. He donated his house to be built into a hospital after his demise for the benefit of patients. He was founder president of Indian Medical Association and also of the Medical Council of India, pioneering the establishment of both institutions. The Doctorate of Science was conferred on Dr. B.C. Roy for his exceptional services, and the British Medical Journal described his practice in glowing terms, labeling him first among equals. Dr. B.C. Roy, a sterling human being, excelled not only as a physician, but was also a philanthropist, educationist, and a social worker. He also joined Mahatma Gandhi in the civil disobedience movement. His political milestones included the Mayor of Calcutta, the Governor of United Province, and the Chief Minister of West Bengal till his death. The nation honored Dr. B.C. Roy with the Bharat Ratna Award in 1961, and the B.C. Roy National Award was instituted in 1976. After a luminous life of dedicated work and devoted service, he passed away at the age of 80 on July 1st, 1962, his birthday itself. On Doctors' Day, we pay tribute to Dr. B.C. Roy and all doctors like him who dedicate their lives for the well-being of others. This day serves as a milestone to remind all about the critically eminent role doctors play in their lives. Being a doctor is not just a job. It is a challenging commitment to serve with skill and precision. Medicine is an ever-evolving and ever-changing science with clinical experience and new researches broadening horizons with knowledge that need to be incorporated in everyday practice. And to make a tough job tougher, doctors at all times grapple with the fact that the minutest error will dramatically affect a precious life. So, Doctors' Day remains the perfect time to acknowledge and appreciate the humane doctor, the human being with the healing touch. However, what looms large over the medical fraternity in the present times is the undeniable fact of the corrosion of trust and erosion of faith in the doctor-patient relationship. But we know that for every medical abuse highlighted, there are hundreds of stories of medical valor and noble deeds that remain unsung and die a silent death away from the spotlight. The COVID era has brought to the fore the unmatched service of the medical fraternity, with many saviors laying down their lives in the line of selfless service in this illness. Sincere tributes and heartfelt remembrances to all colleagues. Dr. B.C. Roy's convocation address at the University of Lucknow says, "My young friends, you are soldiers in the battle of freedom. Freedom from want, fear, ignorance, frustration, and helplessness. By dint of hard work for the country, rendered in a spirit of selfless service, may you march ahead with hope and courage." And this remains the beacon of light for all doctors. So here's wishing everyone a very happy Doctors' Day and thank you for your patient hearing. Thank you.
हमें अभी सूचना मिली है कि वीसी प्रयागराज डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी हमारे बीच आ चुके हैं। हम उनका हार्दिक स्वागत करते हैं। प्रयागराज डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी शहर के 10 लाख प्रयागवासियों के लिए विभिन्न पीडीए योजनाएं लाती है और शहर के विकास में संपूर्ण योगदान देती है। हम भाग्यशाली हैं कि श्री अरविंद चौहान सर जी हमारे बीच में हैं, जो कि वीसी प्रयागराज डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी हैं। महामारी के दौरान नगर के को अनुकूल मूलभूत नागरिक सुविधाएं देने के लिए आपका योगदान सराहनीय है सर। हम सब आपको धन्यवाद करते हुए मुख्य अतिथि चीफ जस्टिस ऑनरेबल जस्टिस राजेश बिंदल जी से अनुरोध करते हैं कि वो स्मृति चिन्ह व शॉल देकर आपको सम्मानित करें। हम आपका मंच पर स्वागत करते हैं सर। We offer heartfelt gratitude for your services to society, sir. मैं अब मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ एमएलएन मेडिकल कॉलेज के प्रधानाचार्य डॉक्टर एसपी सिंह सर का। सर आपका मंच पर स्वागत है। महामारी के समय मेडिकल कॉलेज ने ही लेवल 3 टर्शियरी केयर का भार संभाला। जिस तत्परता से पीएमएसवाई ब्लॉक को कोविड वार्ड्स में परिवर्तित किया गया, वह प्रशासनिक कौशल का एक अद्भुत प्रमाण है। आपका कार्य अति सराहनीय है सर, और एएमए आपको सम्मानित करना चाहता है। अब मैं मंच पर सीएमओ प्रयागराज सर को आमंत्रित करती हूँ। प्रयागराज के सीएमओ डॉक्टर नानक शरण जी, जिन्होंने महामारी की आपदा को रोकने में अग्रणी भूमिका निभाई। हाल ही में बीती महामारी में डोर टू डोर कैंपेन हो, कोविड कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेसिंग व ट्रैकिंग हो, ट्रीटमेंट प्रोटोकॉल्स का पालन हो, गवर्नमेंट की वैक्सीनेशन ड्राइव हो, घर घर तक पहुंचाने की जिम्मेदारी हो, आपके नेतृत्व से ही यह कार्य संपूर्ण हो पाया है सर। हर क्षेत्र में प्रयागराज मंडल का अव्वल स्थान रहा, और सबसे बड़ी बात, चिकित्सक के रूप में हम सबको सुरक्षित रखने में आपका अत्यधिक योगदान रहा है सर। आपको कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद सर। हमारे एएमए के वरिष्ठ सदस्यों के अभिनंदन के बिना कार्यक्रम आगे नहीं बढ़ सकता। हम एएमए के अपने हर सदस्य के प्रति कृतज्ञ हैं, लेकिन जो 4 नाम इस वर्ष सम्मान के लिए चुने गए हैं, उनको मैं एक एक करके मंच पे आमंत्रित करती हूँ। पहला नाम है प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर एएन वर्मा सर। आप फॉर्मर हेड ऑर्थोपेडिक्स डिपार्टमेंट एमएलएन मेडिकल कॉलेज हैं। आपने एमएलबी मेडिकल कॉलेज झांसी से अपना कार्य शुरू किया व एमएलएन मेडिकल कॉलेज इलाहाबाद में लेक्चरर व तत्पश्चात प्रोफेसर के रूप में और उसके बाद हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट बने। आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है सर। अब मैं मंच पर स्वागत करती हूँ लोकप्रिय स्त्री रोग विशेषज्ञ प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर मंजू वर्मा मैम का, जो कि फॉर्मर हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट ऑप्स एंड गायनी एमएलएन मेडिकल कॉलेज हैं। शी हैज़ बीन प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ यूपीसीओजी, शी हैज़ बीन फॉर्मर प्रेसिडेंट एंड फॉर्मर सेक्रेटरी एओजीएस। आपने भी एमएलबी मेडिकल कॉलेज से अपना कार्यकाल शुरू किया और अब तक 100 से अधिक थीसिस को गाइड कर चुकी हैं। वेलकम मैम। आप दोनों पति पत्नी शिक्षक रहे हैं, बल्कि मैं कहूँगी टीचर ऑफ टीचर्स रहे हैं। We pay our heartfelt gratitude to both of you, sir and ma'am. अब मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करूंगी डॉक्टर संतोष सक्सेना मैम को। आप फॉर्मर हेड डायरेक्टर प्रोफेसर एंड हेड मेडिसिन एमएलएन मेडिकल कॉलेज इलाहाबाद रही हैं। आप शहर की बहुत ही विख्यात चिकित्सिका हैं। आपके आने से AMA धन्य हुआ मैम। वेलकम मैम। थैंक यू फॉर ऑल योर ब्लेसिंग्स। अब मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करूंगी प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर एस.सी. गुप्ता सर को। आप रिनाउंड ENT सर्जन हैं, फॉर्मर हेड डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ENT MLN मेडिकल कॉलेज इलाहाबाद हैं। आप गवर्निंग मेंबर रहे हैं नेशनल AOI के और मेंबर एडिटोरियल बोर्ड ऑफ इंडियन जर्नल ऑफ ENT के रहे हैं। आप सभी का कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद व्यक्त करती हूँ। आप सबकी वट वृक्ष की छाया हम सब पर आशीर्वाद रूप में व्याप्त है। हम इसके लिए बार बार धन्यवाद करते हैं। Heartfelt gratitude and thanks to all of you. AMA के सदस्य न सिर्फ अपने सामाजिक दायित्व को निभाते हैं, अपितु ज्ञानवर्धन को सदैव तत्पर रहते हैं। तेजी से बदलती वैज्ञानिक दुनिया में अपने को वैश्विक स्तर से जोड़े रखने के लिए जिन सदस्यों ने वैज्ञानिक सम्मेलन कराकर योगदान दिया, उन संगोष्ठियों के आयोजक सचिव को हम सम्मानित करना चाहते हैं। अब मैं उनके नाम लेती हूँ। पहली हैं डॉक्टर अनुभा श्रीवास्तव, ये AMA की युवा वैज्ञानिक सचिव हैं। और दूसरे हैं डॉक्टर अभिनव अग्रवाल, जो कि AMA के सहायक सचिव हैं व UP IMA जोन 4 के सहायक सचिव हैं। आप दोनों ही AMA के युवा मार्गदर्शन में अग्रणी हैं। हम आप सबका अभिनंदन करते हैं। अब हम मंच पर सम्मान देने के लिए कुछ होनहार बालकों को आमंत्रित करेंगे, जिन्होंने हाल में ही कुछ उपलब्धियां हासिल करी हैं। आज अभिभावक अपने बच्चों की गौरवपूर्ण सफलता पर अभिमान कर सकते हैं और पेरेंट्स को भी बालक के साथ मंच पर आने का मैं आमंत्रण देती हूँ। Thank you to the young leaders of AMA. डॉक्टर अभिनव अग्रवाल AMA की हर गतिविधि में बहुत एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं। आपका बहुत धन्यवाद है। अब मैं बालकों का नाम लेती हूँ। पहला नाम है आदित्य अग्रवाल जी का, जो कि डॉक्टर अनुराधा अग्रवाल व डॉक्टर विक्रम अग्रवाल के पुत्र हैं। उन्होंने अखिल भारतीय नीट परीक्षा में 720 में से 701 अंक प्राप्त करा। वह ऑल इंडिया 81 रैंक हासिल करी और अब मौलाना आज़ाद मेडिकल कॉलेज दिल्ली के छात्र हैं। हमें बहुत गर्व है आपकी उपलब्धि पर। हम पेरेंट्स को इनवाइट कर रहे हैं सम्मान रिसीव करने के लिए। आदित्य अग्रवाल बहुत ही मेधावी छात्र रहे हैं। बच्चों की उपलब्धियों पे हम सबको तालियां बजाना तो बनता है। छोटी उम्र में बड़ी बड़ी उपलब्धियां पाना आसान नहीं होता है। अब मैं नाम लेती हूँ संकल्प स्वरूप जी का, जो कि डॉक्टर सात्विक स्वरूप और डॉक्टर प्रियंका स्वरूप के पुत्र हैं। वे शहर में साइंस स्ट्रीम में 12वीं की कक्षा में ISC में टॉपर रहे। उन्होंने रीजनल मैथ्स ओलंपियाड 2018 में क्वालिफाई किया। किशोर वैज्ञानिक प्रोत्साहन योजना में वे 11वीं व 12वीं दोनों कक्षाओं में उत्तीर्ण हुए। JEE मेंस में उनकी रैंक 253 थी और शहर में प्रथम आए थे, और JEE एडवांस में उनकी रैंक 416 थी और वह पुणे शहर में प्रथम आए थे। आजकल वे IIT दिल्ली में इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग में BTech कर रहे हैं। आप दोनों को बहुत बहुत बधाई। अब मैं मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ 16 वर्षीय प्रगल्भ कांत जी का, जो कि बहुमुखी प्रतिभा के धनी हैं। वो डॉक्टर अरुण कांत व डॉक्टर उपमा नारायण के पुत्र हैं। वे एक बहुत कुशल सिंथेसाइजर प्लेयर हैं, जिन्होंने प्रयागराज संगीत समिति में गोल्डन नटराज अवार्ड प्राप्त किया। वह दक्ष लॉन टेनिस प्लेयर भी हैं जिनको कंग्रेचुलेशन सर। संगीत समिति में गोल्डन नटराज अवार्ड प्राप्त किया और दक्ष लॉन टेनिस प्लेयर होने के नाते इन्हें जिला व राज्य स्तर में कई इनाम मिले हैं और सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि उनकी ये है कि इतनी छोटी उम्र में उन्होंने बाल मनोविज्ञान पर आधारित एक पुस्तक लिखी है जिसका नाम है अ डार्क साइड ऑफ टीनेज सोल और ये पुस्तक अमेज़न पर उपलब्ध है यदि कोई पढ़ना चाहता है। आपकी मेधा को हमारा प्रणाम है प्रगट। हम सबकी ओर से बहुत बहुत बधाई। अब मैं स्टेज पर बुलाती हूँ प्रज्ञा अग्रवाल जी को, जो कि मिसेस वंदना अग्रवाल व डॉक्टर राजेश अग्रवाल की पुत्री हैं। इन्होंने अभी नीट पीजी में एमडी पैथोलॉजी इनको अलॉट हुआ है और हम इन सबको बहुत बधाई देते हैं और बहुत आशीर्वाद भी। If the parents are here, I will request them to please come on stage. If they are not there, we send our blessings to the child. Sorry, I didn't see. You're most welcome. Congratulations for your selection in a great college with a great rank. एक उभरती हुई चिकित्सिका, हम सबको इनका प्रोत्साहन करना चाहिए। अंत में मैं मंच पर बुलाती हूँ अनमोल वर्मा जी को, जो कि डॉक्टर अनुराधा वर्मा और डॉक्टर राजीव वर्मा के मेधावी पुत्र हैं। इन्होंने पहले ही अटेडमेंट क्लैट की परीक्षा उत्तीर्ण की व 5 वर्षीय विधि के कोर्स के लिए NLU में सिलेक्ट हुए। हम सब की ओर से आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई और बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद। डॉक्टर राजीव वर्मा विख्यात चाइल्ड स्पेशलिस्ट हैं और डॉक्टर अनुराधा वर्मा विख्यात गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट हैं शहर की। आप दोनों को बहुत बहुत बधाई। अब जो लास्ट नाम मैं लेनी चाह रही हूँ वो है शिवांगी यादव जी का, जो कि डॉक्टर धर्मेंद्र यादव और डॉक्टर रेखा यादव की पुत्री हैं और उनका नीट में इस बार सिलेक्शन हुआ है। आपको बहुत बहुत कंग्रेचुलेशंस। इफ यू आर देयर वी वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट यू ऑन स्टेज।
हेलो। हाँ बोलो बोलो।
हम सब की ओर से आपको बहुत बहुत बधाइयाँ। नीट की परीक्षा पास करना कोई आसान कार्य नहीं है। बच्चों को 2 साल तक लगातार मेहनत करते हैं, तब कहीं जाके सिलेक्ट होते हैं। आप सब उनके प्रोत्साहन के लिए कृपया तालियां बजाएं। ये बड़ी उपलब्धि है आपकी जीवन में। Lot of congratulations to all of the successful candidates and more congratulations to the parents. कहा जाता है परिश्रम के पसीने से जब सफलता की फसल खिलती है तब किसी एक से नहीं पूरे ज़माने से बधाइयाँ मिलती हैं। तो हम सब की ओर से इन सबको बहुत बहुत बधाइयाँ। आपके अचीवमेंट्स पे हम सबको बहुत गर्व है। अब मैं विशिष्ट अतिथियों से आग्रह करूंगी कि वे मंचासीन रहकर ही आप लोगों को कुछ आशीर्वचन दें। पहले मैं आज के विशिष्ट अतिथि ऑनरेबल जस्टिस अश्विनी कुमार मिश्रा जी से विनती करती हूँ कि उपस्थित अतिथियों के समक्ष कुछ शब्द बोलें।
Good evening to all of you. Honorable
esteemed Chief Justice Rajesh Mindal ji, my esteemed senior colleague Dr. Justice Thakur ji, all distinguished members of the medical fraternity on the dais and the members of medical family in the audience. It gives me immense pleasure to be here today and to be a party to the felicitation which is being extended by the Allahabad Medical Association to the distinguished doctors and also to the youngsters who are doing so well. I can understand it must be hard finding time for the doctors to take care of the studies of their children, but they have done all so well, and I am sure this is the right occasion that they should all be congratulated. I also extend my heartiest thanks to the Allahabad Medical Association for extending the invite to me. There are many thoughts which are going on, especially after what has been said in some of the previous addresses. I would only say that please do not ever underestimate your contribution to the society. As doctors, though we are in different fields and different works are assigned to us, but from the very innermost corner of our heart, we fully appreciate, we know that what kind of troubles you people face, can't sleep in the night. There are so many expectations from the members of the medical fraternity. I also know that many a times the required appreciation which should be conveyed is often missing. But let those feelings not deter you, because in heart of heart, most of us know that in times of crisis, it is only the doctors we look forward to. So it is a matter of great pleasure and privilege for me to be welcoming all of you, congratulating you on this auspicious day, and by extending my very good wishes to all of you, I would just conclude because I do not want to stand between you and the chief guest. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. अब मैं डॉक्टर जस्टिस ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर जस्टिस कौशल जैन कौशल जी से रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि वे कुछ शब्द बोलें.
गुड इवनिंग ऑल.
नाम हमारे यहाँ से
माँ सरस्वती और धन्वंतरी देव के चरणों में प्रणाम. My Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, all other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, all invited guests, and my young friends who are sitting here. Before I say anything about the medical profession, a small book which was given to me by a young boy took me back to a decade-old function when a young boy of 18 was getting his book inaugurated. Similar words. Here it reads Dark Side of a Teenage Soul. The young boy had written the book Ecstasy of Young People. That too at the age of 18. I congratulate you on that. The reason being why I congratulate you is, at the age of 16, many would have dissuaded you. ये किताब कौन छापेगा, कैसे छपेगी, कौन पढ़ेगा, and all those things would have gone into your mind. You would have spent sleepless night. Kudos to you, young man. Keep it up. I know we are not here to mourn, but during this last 2 years of COVID, we have lost many of our warriors. We are moving ahead with the world now. India's doctors have led the world that yes, we'll fight back. We have stood by what I would say criticisms. As my dad normally used to tell of my profession, आप किसी का मुकदमा जीतेंगे 5 लोगों को वो बताएगा, कुछ गलत हुआ 50,000 लोगों को बताएगा। सेम इज विद द मेडिकल प्रोफेशन। आप कितना अच्छा करते हो, रात को 12 बजे कॉल आता है, आप जाते हो, nobody cares, nobody talks even. But if a call is there and the doctor, the wife says कि सर आज उनकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, how can he do that? How can he neglect us? We are his patients. We pay for it. This word pay for it, what do we pay the doctors? Nothing. 1st of July, I've always been an encouraging day for me. Why? You as doctors have never, I have seen doctors toiling till 12 night, never telling no कि भैया अब आज खत्म हो गया, ये patient नहीं देखेंगे आज. I have not seen a doctor doing that. But we as judges, therefore it has always motivated me. Doctors have been a motivational figure for me. And that is why when people tell me कि आप 5 बजे 6 बजे भी कोर्ट में बैठते रहते हो, I say why should a litigant feel that my case is not being taken up? I have been criticized many times कि सरकार आपको कुछ पगार ज्यादा देगी, आपको पद्मश्री देगी. Doctors don't work for Padmashris or these awards. This felicitation which we have done is only a small token of our appreciation for your human work. And I bow down to all of you. संगम नगरी एक ऐसी नगरी है जहाँ डॉक्टरों की सुविधा, ऐसा कहा जाता है कि बहुत कम मिलती है, पर जितने भी डॉक्टर्स के मैं परिचय में आया, let me tell you they are best of the doctors, whether they are physicians, surgeons, homeopaths. As Ashwini said, I'll not keep you waiting for hearing Dr. Bindal, who himself belongs to a family of doctors. His elder brother is a neurosurgeon. His daughter is a doctor. A very learned gentleman. I will not come in between you and the chief and your dinner. Of course, mine also.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words to the children and also for understanding the trauma a doctor has to face every day and every night. अंततः मैं आज के मुख्य अतिथि ऑनरेबल चीफ जस्टिस राजेश बिंदल जी से अपने भाव व विचार रखने का अनुरोध करती हूँ.
My brothers on the dais, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. First of all, I am thankful to Allahabad Medical Association for giving us an opportunity to be with you on this great day. About that day, I think much has been said, so I will not repeat anything. I can only say I copied my address all this. Because initially the importance was told Dr. B.C. Roy and thereafter Brother Ashwini and Brother Thakkar. He is the doctor, in fact he should have been the chief guest. He is the only doctor amongst us. So I am the person who is misfit in this. But one positive thing which I found was that a doctor couple also has a child who has chosen law as a profession and secured very good marks in that. When I was invited, I thought what I will say in this gathering of doctors who spend day and day and night during study also and thereafter also in the profession, as has already been said, it's 24/7 basically. You don't have any time for any personal life. But then I found that probably in our profession and medical profession there are few things which are common. People come to the doctor also as a last resort. When they are ill, maybe terminally ill also, then they come to the doctor. Otherwise, we all know that self-medication is very popular in our country. Firstly, they will take off their own, then they will consult some friend and all that. This is the system. Because everybody is a doctor here that way. He can advise others also. This is what we see. And in the court also, the people come only when they are tired of all authorities or maybe different persons with whom they are dealing. So this is something which is common. But now, yes, you can say that legal profession is one where people go by choice. But when I had passed out in legal education when I got in 1985, this was the last in the category and the medical was the first. Because anyone who is intelligent will go in the medical profession. In our time, only if you don't get admission anywhere, you will go in law. So that was the time. So this is the difference, but now little bit changes there. This day is being celebrated. One part is yes, Doctor's Day. We have seen what we have done. That also has been, in fact, shared with all of you. We all faced the trauma in the last 2 years. But the fact remains that in this function only, you all see that what we have done and where we have to go. And probably while coming here, and as I was told by the office bearers, I have not seen such a facility of any medical association wherever I have gone. So this is a very great achievement, and then inauguration by none else than the President of India. So this is a very good facility which the doctors have in Allahabad, and the number of the doctors who are present here, and some may not have come because of certain other reasons which may be unavoidable. But the fact remains that the number is large, though they say the medical facilities in Allahabad are not that good. I don't know how the people say, Brother Thakkar has shared with you. It's not the expertise of doctors which is lacking here. Maybe good hospitals, because support system is also required. Doctor can only treat, he can advise you, but little bit hospital facilities are also required which support the treatment process. Maybe for that reason the people may be saying, because now the habit is that good patients who can afford, they need 5-star facilities in the hospital also. That time has gone that people will go in a civil hospital or maybe with little facilities also they will take care. As Brother Thakkar said, yes, I also little bit know how difficult the study is because my daughter had also passed out in medical profession. She had the passion to do the medicine because otherwise I have my cousins and all that who are in medical profession. But they studied, one in Maulana Azad, one in Mysore, and thereafter did their masters in America. They are settled in America. So there also I know how much labor they have put in. My daughter I could see, she will get up at 3 in the morning when the exams are there, and then late night also, seeing her books also. Very difficult to keep all in mind after reading all these names of the parts of the body. Once I asked her how this name has come, then she said that these names are one person who invented all these things or something like that. Those names are there to identify those parts, layers in the body, in there, all that. But one thing I found to be positive, when she was also studying, that if some criminal case will come to me, I will consult her, that which part of this body is, because I don't know about anything about this medical profession, and how serious the injury can be. The idea is to find out that from which part of the body this injury has been caused and how serious it is. So she also helped me in my profession also, you see. And many a time we have consulted other doctors also, because there are a lot of complicated issues also which come in the court. And if I think I don't feel shy consulting any of the experts on this subject because we are not experts. We can appreciate, yes, legally we can interpret the provisions of law with experience and all that, but medical profession, medical terminology, our sister and brother judges who are doing the practice in the criminal side, yes, they gradually get the knowledge of that. Another experience which I have with the medical profession is, there was a accident at Chandigarh I am sharing, and one of the child died. And another accident close by it was there because of the delay in reaching the hospital. The patient was delayed because of some traffic jam, and in the hospital also because lot of rush in PGI and all that, all government hospitals we know. His treatment was derailed and he died. The matter came to the High Court. The High Court constituted a committee to review, not review, but see the working in all the government hospitals in the state of Punjab and Haryana and Chandigarh, and suggest the ways to improve the facilities. So as an illiterate man, I was also member of the committee, though it was headed by the retired directors of PGI, some senior doctors who were there in the profession, 7 or 8 doctors. So we visited all the hospitals in the state of Punjab and Haryana, all the good hospitals, medical colleges and all that. So see how the functioning was there, under how much stressful conditions and with lack of facilities in the government hospitals the doctors are working and still providing the medical help, medical aid to the people. So I could see from reality. Otherwise outside, sitting outside, we can all criticize anyone. And that's the first thing we do. Wherever we go, we say, no, he is not doing all this. As Brother Thakkar said, that positive part, you will not get any newspaper. There is no positive news in the newspaper. You open first page, now perchance because of commercialization, you will find first page of advertisement. Otherwise, the first page used to be the negative news. Positive news you will find somewhere in the middle of the newspaper, maybe small 3-line, 4-line, 5-line. So no motivating news come in the newspapers. That's the sad part of our print or the social media. Positivity is not shared with the people. But I remember, I think in one article I had read by Dr. Abdul Kalam, he said he had gone in a foreign country, all positive news on the first page of the newspaper and all negative, small. The reverse side is here. So this is how the people are motivated also. How the people can appreciate the work being done by any other person. No, there is a lot of criticism also. And we all know, but I think in one of the recent judgment of the Supreme Court, probably the doctors in the government hospitals, they are now out of the Consumer Protection Act. But a lot of criticism is there that this treatment was not good. For that reason, the doctor died. We have seen a lot of attack on the nursing homes also, on the doctors also, and the medical staff working in the hospitals. But I feel personally that whatever best possible is there, probably the doctors do that only. And it is the decision taken by that doctor at the moment, maybe in half a second and 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, seeing all the circumstances, doing all his best to save the patient. But the criticism and examination of all these things is later on. Then you can review everything peacefully. You have to put the person in that situation only to examine whether that decision was right or wrong. At that time, nobody was there to guide. Now 10, 20 people sitting in some drawing room or sitting in an office, or we know the panelists in the TV also. They will continue criticizing. Yes, this was done right, if this was done, this could happen, this. So they can just examine things later on. This is not a healthy practice. You have to step into his shoes to see whether that decision was right or wrong at that stage when it was there. So, one interesting event also, we had a doctor, he is retired now in PGI. So he had written a book, Medical Encounters, sharing his experience in that book. So I was at that time in Jammu and Kashmir. So I was little surprised to see what encounters can be there, because encounters is heard or a different meaning is there in Jammu and Kashmir to that word. So I thought, what can be the encounter in the medical profession, and a book written by a doctor on that. But he had shared his good experiences in that book. So that's one part. Now, to start with, when we were all there before the function, we have seen a small video of the work done by the doctors during the COVID period for last more than 2 years we had been suffering from. That's a small video, one part I think we have seen. But the great service provided by the doctors cannot be lost sight of. And not only in India. You see, we all know how much doctors who of Indian origin are working in foreign countries also. Nobody is counting them. They were also providing service. And as has been shared already, that everybody was really suspicious that what India will do with lack of medical facilities, doctor-patient ratio or population-wise, different figures were coming. Probably India will have very big toll of death. But I think we have shown to the world that with whatever facilities we have, our dedication is more than that, which can take care of anything. So it is that dedication. Because my daughter was also there in the hospital at that time only. So she had done her MD in pathology, but at that time everybody was on duty, rosters were there and all that. So nobody was exempted, whatever the subject was. So she would share the experiences, that how the doctors, especially the female doctors or the staff, will not go back to home for maybe for a month also. They will stay in the hospital only because they were so, suspicious, not suspicious, but may not be right. They were of the view or thinking that in case they go to the home, maybe some family member may be affected. Because so much of terror was there of this word COVID only at that time. And we all know that all the family members, not all, even one of the family members was not there for cremation also of a patient who was being treated in the hospital. How that family member was treated by the family. Though for India, I think you have seen a lot of videos of the cremation ground also, because all negativity is there. Nobody has seen the figures and the photographs or videos of all developed countries, how they had treated their people who died during COVID. How they were put in the graveyards by dumping trucks and all that. And in single graveyard, maybe hundreds of people. So nobody has seen that. Nobody is pointing out that. They are all just highlighting the news from our country. Now, the term which was used at that time, the frontline corona workers, warriors, doctors were termed. Yes, it was there because I was in Jammu Kashmir at that time and then seen the Bengal also. Everywhere, wherever is there, you will find a doctor for giving advice or medicine, whatever is there. One more term was used at that time on the lighter side, the economic warriors. So that was a different term altogether. So everybody was surprised how, because the liquor vents were opened a little earlier as against the other establishments. So they say they are the economic warriors because they are helping generation of revenue to the government. At that time the revenue generation was less. There was one event shared with me, little bit related with this. One name was being considered for elevation in the High Court. It was much before when I was elevated, maybe I had not joined practice also. So one of the issues raised by some person who were involved in the process was that his income is very low. So how he can be, he is not paying any taxes. Then another one pointed out that you don't know how much liquor he takes. He says he takes about 2 bottles a day. So how much revenue he gives to the government? So this is, our economic warriors were also there. But what I feel is that now this year's theme for Doctors' Day is probably family doctors on the front line. I think the concept of a family doctor should also be developed here, so that one place you find the medical record of that person. Otherwise, the difficulty is one day somebody takes treatment from place A, then B, then C, you don't know the continuity. You don't know, lot of people, lot of patients may not be able to specify if any medicine reacts or he is allergic to any medicine. So that problem sometimes occurs because we have lot of illiterate patients also. Or sometimes educated also may not be able to tell. So if the concept of a family doctor develops here, I think that will have the entire medical record is there with one doctor, that may help in this process. What I was shared was a blood bank being managed by the association. This is, I think, probably maybe at very few places in the country being managed by the medical association. We in Chandigarh have a medical blood bank which is managed by the Rotary Club. That also is very old one, but medical association I have not heard. And I think blood is the one of the most valuable gift someone can give. And we need to motivate more people for donation of blood. Another thing which need to be encouraged is the organ donation. A lot of people have started it. Yes, if suppose I say after my death I will donate my organs, but it's not my declaration which is relevant, it is the motivation of the persons who are behind, who are required to be educated for that, because tomorrow they will say no, they will not donate it. So this is how we need to motivate the family members also. As a family we need to motivate that how this organ donation can help the society. Now another thing which is many times said, that the doctors should, this is the noblest of the professions, so they should be doing everything in charity. This is also a lot of people feel. But I think when he was studying education, getting the medical degree and all that, he was not doing for that. And no professional man like lawyer also, anybody, he is not studying for charity only. He is studying any medical profession or any education in any field to earn his livelihood. So that concept that he should do only the charity is, I think, a totally misnomer. People need to appreciate it. And one of the person, I think, our senior counsel used to say that many times in our profession also the people feel sometimes. So once you are at a stage, the people will come, lot of means some sifarish type, which the fees should be less and all that. So one senior counsel at Chandigarh, he would say that when he started his profession, nobody was thinking that this boy doesn't have any work, how he is making his two ends meet, so we should help him. Now all of a sudden he is the relative or some friend and all that. So nobody comes to the help of any person who either during the study or during his early professional years. So just to expect that he should do charity only, leaving his profession or whatever level he has put in to earn his livelihood is totally a misnomer. That has to be, I think, people should think about all this. Yes, if he wants charity, there are charitable hospitals, one should go there. There are a lot of charitable hospitals available. Now I would conclude by saying that there are no words to convey our gratitude and thanks to the people who are engaged in the medical profession, because they save the lives, and see the happiness at the face of a person whose patient or family member is treated or may be saved from terminally ill diseases. They feel that how the work of a doctor is important. We have also seen in hospitals that probably 15-16 hours they are in hospitals, government hospital also, private also, wherever he is there. It's only because he takes that responsibility. He understands, he takes the problem on him. So this is how things. So once again, congratulating all of you on the Doctor's Day and giving me an opportunity to be with you on this great occasion. I'm thankful to the organizers. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Justice Sir, for your most kind and heartfelt words. हमने पाया कि सच ही कहा गया है कि humility is a sign of greatness. और जिस तरह से आपने हम सबका दुख दर्द व व्यथा समझी, उसके लिए हम आपको अधिक आभार देते हैं। और हम हमारी AMA सोसाइटी व हमारे ब्लड बैंक की सर्विसेज को अप्रिशिएट करने के लिए भी हम आपको बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं सर। इनॉग्रल सेरेमनी के अंत में हम सब AMA की तरफ से अपने विशिष्ट अतिथि व मुख्य अतिथियों को हार्दिक धन्यवाद देते हैं कि आपने अपने बहुमूल्य समय में से समय देकर हमारा मान बढ़ाया है। अब मैं AMA के वर्तमान अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर सुजीत सिंह सर से निवेदन करती हूँ कि वो हमारे अतिथियों को शॉल व मेमेंटो देकर उनका सम्मान करें। पहले मैं निवेदन करती हूँ कि सर ऑनरेबल जस्टिस अश्विनी कुमार मिश्रा जी को सम्मानित करें। आप सबने हमारा आमंत्रण स्वीकार करके हमें बहुत ही खुशी दी है। आप सबको हार्दिक धन्यवाद, आपका हम अभिनंदन करते हैं। अब मैं सर से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि ऑनरेबल जस्टिस डॉक्टर जयंत कौशल ठाकर जी सर को शॉल व मेमेंटो देकर सम्मानित करें। आपके आने से हमारे प्रांगण में खुशियाँ बहुत बढ़ गई हैं। आप सबका अत्यधिक धन्यवाद है। अंततः मैं प्रेसिडेंट सर से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि वो आज के चीफ गेस्ट ऑनरेबल जस्टिस CJI इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट जस्टिस राजेश बिंदल सर जी का सम्मान करके उनका अनुग्रह प्राप्त करें। We offer a heartfelt gratitude to all of you for taking out few minutes, not few minutes, a lot of time from your, a lot of time for this function, sir. It's an absolute pleasure to have all of you in our premises, sir. And all your words have been a great motivation. We thank you again and again, sir.